Hey, it's mRandom 101, and today I have another Japanese manga haul. This time around, it's more of a general pickup haul where I just try to get new volumes from series that I've been keeping up with. So, to start things off, I have the latest volumes from Kaiju number 8. Well, to be honest, volume 4 I think came out this month, but I'll get to that eventually. This manga is absolutely just phenomenal. If you're in the mood for something action-packed with fun sci-fi vibes and just really great action scenes, really great artwork, a really fun cast of characters, I especially like the main character, this is definitely something that you should give a try. And volume 3. Alright, here's like a better view of the cover with a nice little bright holographic sheen. And here are the color pages. This series also just has phenomenal monster designs and, well, you know, the kaiju are really well drawn. If you're into that type of stuff, then that's another reason why you should consider this. All right. Moving on to Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like the series doesn't need any extra introductions. Here is some of the artwork. If you are just in the mood for a dark fantasy battle shonen manga that is excellent and fast-paced, well, give this one a try. I love the art style, I love the characters, I just really like the story. The Shibuya incident arc is absolutely just amazing. I highly, highly recommend Jujutsu Kaisen. Now to the latest volume from Spy Family. My god, do I love this manga. Okay. So here's what's under the slipcover. On the back, a mini comic, I suppose. Color page if the glare allows me to show it. Okay. Here is some of the artwork. To be honest, Spy Family is just one of the greatest manga I have ever come across, so I highly just recommend you try it out, and you'll understand what I mean when you get to it. Just saying. And as a side note, a lot of the volumes came with promo pamphlets. This is very common for just first printings of volumes. It's just a way to advertise the latest stuff that comes out, so I wanted to show one of these off at least. Next up, we have the 2 latest volumes from Fire Force, which is just another one of my absolute all-time favorite battle shonen manga. Volume 30. I don't know if I should show too much here since things are pretty spoilery maybe around here, so here, so you can get a basic idea of the artwork. Oh my goodness. Well, since this just fell out, here's a promo for Blue Lock. And now for something not quite as action-packed, we have Beast Complex, volumes 2 and 3, and with these I complete my collection for this. It's like a mini manga with just various side stories that take place within the universe of Beastars. If you like Beastars, then give this a try, and you're probably gonna like this. This time around, you also have just some side chapters with the main characters, which is fun. Okay, underneath. Oh boy. I also wanted to show this off since I thought it looked cool, so. The next manga we have is a one-shot called Raiden 18. with this really nice like matte finish, and the color illustrations, I guess, are embossed with this shiny effect. The presentation is super nice. Underneath, you actually have other color pages or cover pages from like the magazine this was published in, and this is by Hiromu Arakawa, the same author that made FMA, Silver Spoon. I feel like most people don't even know this exists, and to be fair, it was the same for me for the longest time. I just randomly came across the chapters for this. Initially, there only were 3 chapters for this, and as you can see, they did not come out very often with the release dates kind of listed there. Then suddenly in 2021, I guess the final chapter kind of just dropped. It has not even been translated yet, so hopefully someday. And this is more of a comedic manga. It's not supposed to be, you know, something super serious or anything like that. It's just like a chill time. The 2 main characters are really fun to watch when they interact. And, well, obviously this is a Frankenstein type of story. I really love Hiromu Arakawa's works, her art style, and, well, I'm looking forward to the new manga that was announced that she will be working on, which is like gonna be, I think, some kind of like a historical fantasy thing set in maybe Japan or an Asian-inspired setting, so I'm very excited for that. And I am very happy that this got released. I was not expecting it. Moving on, we have the record of Ragnarok. This is like a really phenomenal, just, you know, death tournament, battle to the death type of manga. It's incredibly intense, very over the top. The stakes are high, and it's probably just one of the best manga of its kind. I really, really recommend this. And here is some of the artwork. All right, I guess that's enough. Next up, we have volume 5 from Wa Tanin Ga Ii. This is a psycho love story type of thing, kind of like a thriller, romantic story, I guess, is one way of putting it. And I just super recommend this if you're in the mood for something dark and twisted and just kind of fun at the same time. The 2 main characters and how their kind of like relationship evolves. It's not even necessarily a romantic relationship. It's a little bit weird. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have finally reached the stack on the right, volume 8 from Shadow's House can be noticed here. The cover kind of just wraps around like this. Ah, this is cool. This is just like a manga that plays around with the concept of shadows very much. This is just one of the coolest dark mystery type of like suspense stories I have come across. It is so amazing and good. Like, give this a try if you are intrigued by it. Here are some of the color pages, I guess, which they show off at the end of the volume. We will continue with the yellow vibes and themes, but we have something quite different. It's volume 2 from Crazy Food Truck, which is a quite obscure manga, I would say. I quite enjoy it though. It is one of my favorites from 2020. And yeah, I'm just buying the volumes mostly to support the series and because I like it a lot. Here is just a showcase of the artwork. Seeing the adventures of, well, these 2 is so much fun, and Top Husbando, super hot guy. Moving on. Speaking of top husbandos and hot guys, here is a manga that is filled to the brim with that type of stuff. And, well, not only that, Golden Kamuy covers such a wide range of topics from history and Japan, war. This is really an absolute gem. One of my favorite manga of all time, for sure. It is filled with so many impactful moments, like not only of action, but also of suspense, which come from the crazy cast of characters and the way they clash and interact with the common goal of finding a golden treasure. This also has a ton of like comfy food scenes, and you just have the ability to explore so many interesting sides of nature and history, as I mentioned already. And here's another manga that actually combines action, fantasy, adventure with just comfy food scenes and, you know, people enjoying their meals. Drifting Dragons. This is just like one of the most well-drawn manga I have ever come across. I just love everything about this aesthetically. It just resonates with me on a whole nother level. Just look at these covers and how pretty they are. This is like a true gem. Not too many people talk about this from what I've seen, so if this looks interesting to you, please give this a try. These are dragons, by the way. This manga plays around with the concept of, you know, maybe what you can expect from the design of a dragon as like a monster or a creature. The story from the manga is basically about this crew of people on a flying ship that hunt dragons throughout the skies in order to just make a living. They sell off whatever they can sell from the dragons. Then the characters enjoy the meat, and that's how they live. Fun times. Continuing off with just the food-themed fantasy adventure manga, we have Delicious in Dungeon Volume 10, also known as Dungeon Meshi. To be fair, I quite love everything that I picked up in this haul, just so many series that I've been following for years now and that have been providing me with so much joy and entertainment. All right. If you're into like dungeon crawling series, if you like a good dose of fantasy, magic, adventure, it doesn't get much better than Dungeon Meshi, so I highly recommend this manga. Basically, you have a crew of people and they need to rescue one of their party members, which is deep within the depths of the dungeon. A lot of like dangerous monsters lurk around, and since everyone is kind of in a time pinch, there isn't really that much time to waste, so everyone just kind of decides that, yeah, we're gonna eat the monsters, plants, and creatures that can be found within the dungeon. Next up, we have Volume 9 from another just fantastic series, Witch Hat Atelier. Firstly, just the artwork in this is just some of the best I've come across in all of manga. It is so pretty to look at. And it's basically about a bunch of witches in training, just witch apprentices, I guess. If you enjoy things with mystical, magical vibes, if you like just magic, adventure, fantasy, this is just one of the best things that you can read, honestly. There's this constant like sense of growth from the characters as they learn more and more. Mysteries kind of pile up in the background. Darkness kind of like looms over the main character, Coco, and I don't know. If this looks interesting to you, then you can give it a read, since you're not going to regret it. Here's something more niche and obscure. Volume 2 from Even If the World Is Over, It's Fun to Live. Yes, I guess the title is pretty self-explanatory. This is like a mix of so many things that I like. Quite literally, it feels like a mix of Made in Abyss, Hakume to Mikochi, Girls Last Tour, and if you like just post-apocalyptic manga with interesting settings and cute characters, I suppose, that, you know, just struggle and try to survive, give this a try. It's quite obscure, definitely something that I highly enjoy from 2020. And we will end the video off with Shimeji Simulation, which is a really just surreal, trippy, weird, kind of like girls doing cute things type of manga from the creator of Girls Last Tour. I really enjoyed the art style, and this honestly really surprised me with how just interesting and fun it is. I do recommend this if it looks appealing to you. Here is a quick overview shot with the volumes. As always, thank you for watching the video, and I guess as a side note, my channel recently reached 2,000 subscribers, so also thank you for that, everyone. A lot of my older subscribers come from videos that I just made ages ago, and now more recently I started to make manga content, so I feel like most of the new subscribers come from the manga videos, so hopefully you find something that you enjoy on the channel. Thanks for sticking around, and bye everyone.